If you have a 3-pedal Corvette like this, there's an important service you may be neglecting, and that's the hydraulic fluid for the clutch. So today I'm going to show you how I service my clutch fluid. So on this Corvette, the clutch has never been changed. It's the original clutch and probably the original fluid. Since the clutch has never been changed, I don't have a remote bleeder valve. And a remote bleeder valve would be something like a hydraulic fluid line like this up here somewhere that comes from the clutch up here with a Zerk fitting on it so that you can bleed this fluid like when you bleed brakes. But there is a workaround until you do the clutch, involve it. Changing the clutch involves taking out the torque tube, and that's the only way you can reach the Zerk fitting to bleed this. So in place of bleeding it, I'm going to show you how we drain this, clean it out, pump the clutch pedal a bunch of times, fill it up again and again until we get all the nasty fluid out. Okay, so right on the lid it says .3 brake fluid, just like your brake cylinder reservoir. So I've got some .3 brake fluid, and it's just hydraulic fluid, and you want to protect the area. There's nothing worse for stripping paint than dirty brake fluid. It will eat the paint off your car so fast. Don't spill brake fluid on your car paint. To get the nasty old fluid out, you can either use a $1 turkey baster or you can use a hand vacuum pump. This is a little less messy because it'll all go into a cup, and this you're going to have to go into a cup and probably spill it. So I'm going to use this. I got some gloves on, so when I get in the car later I don't get any brake fluid in the car. I'll just throw these away. So let's get started here. Screw that, and there's like a udder here. Take this out and we get something to put that in. It's going to be kind of messy. Okay, it's got dirty brake fluid all over it. I'll clean that up. See, messy. Take that to the workbench, clean it up. Okay, I've got this completely cleaned up inside and out. Make sure it's dust free. We'll set that aside so we can put it back in with our clean lid. Now the lid has a tiny hole for air to go in. As the fluid goes down, you need some air to displace that fluid. This, I don't see any holes in it. So if you got a hole in it, you probably want to buy a new one. Okay, so let's suck out all this awful old fluid with our pump. Put that down to the bottom there. Wasn't a whole lot in there to suck out. So let's clean down inside there. A clean paper towel. Clean down inside there. That's what it looks like. Pretty nasty. I'll clean some more and then I'll give you a close-up down inside there. Okay, so you can see down in there, it's not very deep, and you'll see like a step on the edge about 3/4 of the way up. That's where you fill the fluid to. That's what it says on the lid. It says fill to step. So I'm going to fill this up and then go pump the clutch pedal 40 times. The engine will be off the whole time. I'm just going to pump the clean fluid and dirty fluid together. Okay, so let's take our brake fluid and fill to the step. See, new brake fluid is completely clear. Okay. It's filled up to the step. Give you a close-up of that. So you can see that step on the side, about an inch down. That's where we filled the brake fluid to. Okay, now that I'm in the car, I'm going to pump the clutch pedal 40 times all the way to the floor and back. Well, let's see if I can show you what it looks like when I'm pumping the clutch pedal. Okay, it's not too awful dirty. I pumped the pedal 40 times. More light on that there. There you go. So it's not perfectly clean like it was, but it's not too bad. Okay, so let's suck out a little more. Put my gloves on. So I don't want to get brake fluid inside my car. Okay, get a paper towel. We're clean, no black crap this time. Let's fill it up again, pump it 40 more times. Okay. Fill up with clean fluid to the step line. And pump it 40 more times. That fluid looks pretty darn clean. So I've only filled it 2 times with clean fluid. I'm just going to leave it like that because I don't see anything coming out that's dirty from down in the line or in the slave cylinder. So that's good. Let's put it back together. Okay, let's put the udder back in there. I'm surprised that doesn't stay on the lid there, but looks like it just goes down in here. This is all the fluid that I changed out. That's with filling it. Drain it out, fill it once, drain it out, fill it again. And that's all we got out. So Some of this is clean fluid. The original dirty stuff has been diluted with 1 cupful of clean stuff, so not too awful bad. And you just recycle this along with your regular engine oil. Just put it in your same container. Take it back to the auto parts store with your used motor oil. So we're all finished with this car. Let's move over and do the other Corvette. So now we're over here on my 2000 Corvette. I'm going to do the same thing, same procedure. If you have a manual transmission C5, there's a very simple service you can do yourself. And remember, save the manuals. Now, one noticeable difference between the 2000 Corvette and the 2002 Z06, they did redesign the clutch linkage. So under the dashboard, the clutch linkage is a little different, which makes the clutch feel easier to push in on the 2002. The 2000 takes a little more leg muscle, but I don't mind. I've got good leg muscles. Never really noticed until I got the 2002 Corvette. I noticed the pedal was easier, and then I read that they had purposely re-engineered the linkage to make it easier. So just one of those many differences between these two cars. So here's the clutch fluid in my 2002 Corvette after 1 flush. Not too dirty. Okay, Garage Queen 1 and Garage Queen 2 are back to bed. See you guys next time.